They were walking down the long aisle of the creepy Halloween store on Fifth Avenue after school. Mariah was with her best friend Annie and Annie's older brother Peter. They were at the Halloween store to buy costumes. Halloween was kind of a bittersweet time. Annie's father had died last year on Halloween, and as the anniversary of his death, Annie's mom was growing more depressed by the day. Annie's father was a bad man. He was not a good father to Annie and Peter and abused his wife. He was known as a drunk, and his fondness of booze led to his demise. He was killed driving intoxicated down the highway. He killed 2 children. Needless to say, Mariah didn't like Annie's father. He particularly scared her, in fact. Annie pulled Mariah from her daze with a tap on the shoulder and the question, "What do you think of this costume?" Annie was the sweetest, most innocent person Mariah had ever met. They had known each other since kindergarten. "That's cute," she replied with a smile. It was a lime green fairy costume, Tinkerbell. Mariah would never have worn it. She preferred scary, gory costumes herself. But Annie, she could pull it off. With her pixie-like strawberry blonde hair, that was a good look for her. They continued walking until they reached the scary costume section. Perfect, she thought, as she looked up and down at the plentiful choices. She was thinking of being an axe murderer this year. As she was picking out the perfect costume, Annie stopped her. "Are you seriously considering that costume?" she asked quizzically. "Of course I am. Halloween is a time to scare people. It's what the whole holiday is about, Annie." "Well, okay, I'm still going to wear my fairy costume, though." She looked down at her costume with content. Just then, Peter came running down the corner with a fake arrow through his head. She watched him run over trying to scare them. Mariah just stood there thinking how stupid he looked and how fake that headband arrow was. Annie, on the other hand, screamed and ran around the corner. Peter bellowed in laughter while Mariah shook her head and said, "We have to go get her." He agreed as they walked down the corner expecting to see Annie. "No big deal." "No, Annie." They walked to the next aisle. "No, Annie." Again, they looked on the next aisle. "No, Annie." Mariah started to panic a little, but they kept thinking they'd find her. After looking through all 14 aisles of the store, they started calling out her name. "Peter, let's split up to find her." "Okay." They split up to find her. Mariah watched Peter round the corner, then ran up and down the aisles calling out,